So hopefully everything is running shortly. Oy vey. Should be catching up here shortly, I hope. Let's see, there it goes. Exiting host mode. So yeah, it looks like we've got about a 30-second delay to that. Maybe a little bit over. Should be live now. Hey Demon, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Hopefully it is a shiny and dry day wherever you are, because it is not either of those things here. Oh, alright. So, we're going to do something a little different today, because we basically took the no uranium start as far as we could without, just basically going around in circles doing the same thing over and over again. I wanted to do something a little different with this playthrough. So, for those who are following us over on the YouTube side of the house, you know that we've been doing an Escape from Mars playthrough over there. And on the YouTube live stream, we have a Redship start that we did. So, to do something a little bit different, we're going to do a survival series. We've got the planetary lander. We're doing basically the star system start. And we're using a mod called Grind to Learn. Basically, what this mod does is that in order for you to build something, you have to find it and grind it. If you don't grind it, you don't learn how to make it. So we're playing with the default start, which, according to the mod author, means you know how to make a large block. So I'm kind of curious as to how this is going to work, because I haven't actually tried this. Part of this is because of the Escape from Mars mod. I wanted to try something that had a little bit more of a progression system to it. And because you have to grind it, it means we're not going to be able to use mod blocks, because very few of there's no NPCs that'll use the actual mod blocks unless you're using something like like Lucas's PvE mod, the Corruption PvE. That mod is starting to use some mod blocks like the shields. So yeah. Well, it should be interesting. Now, just to show you what's going on, we do have air tightness enabled as well as oxygen, so we will have the wonderful calculations that are air tightness in effect. We did turn off the wolves and spiders because, well, the spiders are just annoying. They cheat. The wolves, because the wolves are still broken. When they spawn, they just kind of stand there. They don't actually do anything. So hopefully that'll be fixed in the near future. But we do allow third person, and we do have spectator cam enabled. And then we do have all of the NPCs and pirates and everything enabled, so we will run into NPCs. Leaving basically everything here the same. Inventory is max, obviously. Star system, and we're going to call this Twitch grinding. Why? Because we can. We are in survival mode. And we're going to go ahead and start. Now, this is going to put us in the normal lander, obviously. And I think we're going to do the Earth style start. Mainly because of the fact that we don't have blueprints. It's like, I almost did the easy start. Mainly because of the fact that we would have, the hydrogen thrusters, we would have all of the stuff readily available, but that kind of defeats the purpose of doing something like this. So, we're going to do planetary lander, and we're going to respawn. Now, for those who have been watching the channel on and off, you know that I tend to not, at least in the recent playthroughs, I've been tending to avoid the planetary landers starts, mainly because of the fact that I have done them so many times. But yeah, so this should be interesting. Let's do something. Okay, we do have our tools. Does look like we have a lake right there in front of us, which is probably one of the lakes that I frequent. I think that is actually the lake that I frequent, which means the bigger lake is over there on the other side of that hill. So atmospherics are starting to kick in, so we should be okay. But yeah, like I said, I want to do something a little bit different. And, you know, add a little challenge to the game. So I'm kind of curious as to how this mod works. And this gives us a chance to try all of this. Will I be landing at Panda style? I will not be attempting a Jingles landing, if that is what you were referring to. And the fact that it has become known as a Jingles landing should tell you something. Oh, for those who don't know, Jingles is actually a world. Well, he started on World of Tanks and War Thunder, basically the war game style stuff. And he is notorious for his bad landings, even more so than me. So, so I will defer to the mighty Jingles on the Jingles landings. He can keep the credit for those. So it looks like, yeah, this is the lake that I tend to start in or around a lot. So that should tell us that we have. There. Should have an ore detector on this thing, right? Yeah. So normally we can find iron and uranium around this lake. Ice, obviously. Let's nose her up a little bit. It looks like the RNG did actually give us a somewhat different layout on this one. Because I'm seeing a valley over here, like this little cut. We don't normally have that, so looks like we have some silicon down there, magnesium, nickel. This is actually not a bad spot. So I had somebody tell me that the surface indicators for ore have gone away. That is not true. So what they've done is they've changed the texture, so it's more, we'll say natural is what they were going for. I say difficult. So when you're looking at the ice, you'll see discoloration in the ice. So it's not that even blue. It looks like you have like seaweed or something trapped in the ice. That's the ice indicator for ores. Now for the different types of terrain, you'll still get shadowed areas. They just aren't as noticeable. Like if you see over there next to the lake, there's a resource over there. What we are looking for is uranium. And then from uranium, once we have a source of uranium, we can do everything else. Iron is actually not that big of a deal right this second. But the uranium is. More ice, obviously. So I think what we may do is we may do something a little different this time. I usually build into the cliff faces, and I'm thinking we may actually do a shoreline build this time. Keep your eyes open for it. There's silver. That's a good thing. Silver and gold are actually probably more valuable. A uranium next to the silver. Look at that. Now the only way that this gets better, there's cobalt. Now if we find iron or gold over here. Alright, so. Alright, you know what? We have a source of uranium. We actually have a good amount of uranium directly below us. It would be really beneficial if we could Find a slightly closer. You know what? Let's do it this way. Go and grab the gear. Oh, we already have it set up. Okay. Wow. That's new. Alright. We'll switch lock. And what we're doing is we're looking for hopefully another uranium deposit in this package that's a little closer than the 100 meters. Because I don't want to have to dig down that far if I don't need to. And it looks like we're going to be pretty screwed. Okay, so basically that is going to be our uranium deposit for the time being. Which is fine. We can make do with what we got, right? So you are there. Let's slide you over just a wee bit. Okay. I think that's about as level as we're going to get her, which is fine. Do we have a group for thrusters? No, we don't. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up a thruster group, because we need to get those turned off immediately. No sense in having them burn power if you don't need them to. The groups, go to thrusters, toggle those on and off. All right. 34 days worth of power, which is a good thing. Okay. So we're going to open up our helmet. Now let me show you what we've got going on here. All blocks. Nothing here. Which is kind of funny because, you know, we actually have some blocks down here. So if we do... Yeah, see, we technically don't know how to do it. But because they start on the bar, you can at least, you know, you'll at least have these. So what we can do is we're gonna do a little cheat. We'll do just a little cheat. We're gonna grab a bunch of plates. 100 plates. Let's open this thing up. And then here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that and see. We can now build ion thrusters. Okay. Now, the reason we're doing this is because we need to be able to build a few things. There you go. Now, do we actually need to... Oh, you need to actually grind it all the way down to get credit for it. Wow. Rock drakes, huh? Good luck with those. Alright. And we're gonna do that. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Alright, so let's get back up here for a second. Okay, so now these are the only blocks I can make. Oh, this is gonna be hilarious. Alright. Oh. Hey man, I'll tell you what. We're gonna grind this thing down. Okay, so it is, you do get all of them. So apparently there's a version of this mod out that you only get the block that you grind. You don't get the group, or there's a way of setting that in the settings. I was looking at what the mod author had said, and basically there's a config file that you can go in and say, I want these specific blocks locked or unlocked. And what I will probably do is, if we start adding mods, like if we put the shield mod in or any of the weapons mods, we'll have those unlocked by default, but those will be further down the series. Right now, it's actually more important for us to get basic stuff online. Now, since we did turn off most of the violent stuff. 6 solar panels, 2 batteries on flight seat. Gonna take that. So we can now build LCDs. So yeah, we won't even be able to build like the conveyor system until we have all of the cargo and everything sorted out. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go. Let's move all of this. We're gonna move all of this over here. Now, just to make sure. Okay. Because I don't know if I'll be able to make cargo containers. Small cargo containers, specifically. Oh, crap. That means we can't make large cargo until we grind one. Okay, so when you start a new game in survival, the things that you have down here on the start bar are always on the start bar. So what you need to do is grab a plate and basically make each item, grind it down to get the blueprint before you take it off the inventory. Now, if I do a custom start, I could actually do a custom start where I do the entire world with this mod. And I could take that stuff away, so the only way for you to get it would be to find it and grind it. I'm kind of curious if that applies to Windows. Wow, so it's basically each window by size. Oh, crap. Oh, this is going to be brutal. I love it. Oh, this is going to be, wow, this is going to be rough. Because this means I can't make large cargo containers until I find one. And on the planet start, we don't have bases. When you take the solar system start, you don't have pirate bases on the planet. So the only way for us to get to the point where we can make a large cargo container is to get off this rock and basically capture an NPC. Well, you wouldn't be able to make the bomb if you have Bob enabled. Unless you go in and modify the config file for it, you wouldn't start with Bob. You would have the mod loaded, so if you found a Bob somewhere in the world that you ground down, you'd be able to make it. But Bob doesn't place things; he only welds the things that are in the game. So you would still need to have, or you'd still need to know the block pattern, the blueprint, in order to build it so that Bob could use it. Because Bob doesn't care what you do. He's just there to weld for you. He picks stuff up and he welds. That's pretty much all Bob does. No, he grinds stuff too, but you know. He's a Swiss Army knife. Oh. Now there is a radius. So you can turn on a radius that says if somebody who is in your faction grinds something down, everybody within that radius learns whatever it was. You can turn that off, you can increase it or you can decrease it in the configuration. Now, actually, you know what? I'm kind of curious. Okay. See, I was really worried about the fact that you wouldn't be able to make tools. But it looks like, yeah, see, the fabricators, your assemblers, have the blueprints for everything. Whether you know how to place it or not, you just can't place the elements that you need in order to build it. which means no cryo chambers either. Now, this mod was working in multiplayer. In one of the recent updates, the multiplayer aspects of it broke, probably when they did the big release. And the mod author is still trying to figure out how to fix it, but it's not working in multiplayer, unfortunately. And this is going to be really rough, actually. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the ore detector back on. We'll go back in, reset the range and everything on it. Get this thing welded up. Alright, now that that's welded up, wow, yeah, this is going to be interesting. What I'll probably end up doing is, like I said, when we get to the point where we have all of our basic stuff down, we'll start introducing mods, and the mods we'll start with the mods unlocked. Basically, go with the idea that, through trial and error, we have researched, new and improved ways of doing certain things, or variations on things that we've already learned. So once we have conveyors, we can put in a conveyor mod. Once we have cargo, we can put in cargo mods. Weapons, we'll put in weapon mod, etc., etc. Oh, what am I doing? Control panel, ore detector. To range 150. I do appreciate the fact that the ore detector does not actually have a power setting, it just cares about range. But we don't have, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, I can't build an antenna because we don't. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay, let's get up here. We're gonna take. Forgot I took the window out. Grab the beacon. I was like, oh yeah, I'll build an antenna, but I don't know how to build the antenna because I haven't found one yet. Ow. Not sure why that killed me, but okay, sure, we'll take it. It's fine. Oh, hello. There's that damn problem with blocks again. Really? Go ahead and grab the rest of this. There we go. That right there is a reason to have Bob. Okay. Because Bob would have picked all that stuff up for us. Give you back. Yeah, it's just because of the there's a bug with the physics on parts that were disconnected like that. And I thought that they had fixed that problem, but apparently it has made a reappearance. So this should be interesting. So, scouting properties. Survey for ore deposits. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, so what we're doing is we're basically just going to take everything, as much stuff apart as we can. So we don't know how to make that yet, and I want to hold off. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. I was going to wait, and I was like, you know what? Nah, screw it. Let's just... Now I'm wondering if this gives us all of these chairs, or is it just that seat? So it gives us either the control station or the flight seat? Okay. That's good. So re-added it, yeah. Well, see, I wouldn't actually mind if it was just, you know, from things falling on you, but when you have something sitting there, you don't stub your toe and die. You know, I mean, come on, really? Oh. So, for the folks who are joining us or watching this as a VOD later, we are doing a grind to learn progression. What that means is that we start with basically no blocks available, and only the things that you completely grind down when you get the last of the elements, you'll get the blueprint unlocked. Now, because we did do a planetary start, we ended up with a bunch of blocks in our bar already that we could create. So what I did is I just grabbed a couple of steel plates, made a few of the blocks that we didn't already know, ground them down to get the blueprints, and we are continuing on from there. Depends on how hard you stub your toe. If I stub my toe by falling 100 stories from the top of a, you know, skyscraper, sure. Then yes, that would probably kill me. But it's not the actual stubbing of the toe, it's that 100-story fall, you know. But, oh, man. Okay. So we're going to go down here, we're going to go down. So this is going to be interesting because a lot of the things that you can normally do very early in the game, we're not going to be able to do. It's like I can't even make refineries yet until I grind this refinery down. So what my plan is to go ahead and grind this whole thing down. We're going to try and do this in piecemeal so that we can save the batteries. And then what we'll do is hopefully somehow figure out a way to get merge blocks on these things at some point. Actually, we're not going to be able to do merge blocks because we don't have the merge block either. We can't even make connectors. Wow. Okay, this is really going to push because, like I said, a lot of the things that we would normally do early on, we're not going to be able to. Wow. Alright, so we're gonna have to, so when we build ships, we're going to have to keep in mind that we don't have connectors. So we're going to be loading and unloading things manually. This is going to be really, really difficult. Like, this is going to be like ridiculously difficult. Oh, wow. Now, fortunately, some of the things such as thrusters that have two types. There we go in here. So there's the large and small thruster. Basically, you grind down just a thruster and you'll learn how to make it. So. Can you build on that and leave the batteries attached? No, because, well, you could, yes. But because the this is a starter ship, it has not been, the grid has not been converted. So what happens is if you die and you choose to respawn in a new vehicle, this vehicle despawns. So anything that you have on it, in the inventory, whatever, goes away. Now, in order to keep that from happening, what you can do is you can put a merge block on it. Well, normally in regular gameplay, you could put a merge block on it, and you would basically be fine, because once you've merged this, it is no longer the original ship. It loses that status flag, and then you can basically keep the ship that way. But we can't build merge blocks because, you know, we haven't found one to grind yet, I should say. So you have that. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be interesting because, like I said, a lot of the things that we would normally do to bypass things in the game, we're not going to be able to do. Everything will have to be self-sustained and self-sufficient. Gonna bring this down. Yeah, if you're playing in single player, you only lose it when you respawn into a new vehicle. If you choose to respawn at the existing med bay that's in this thing, then you don't lose it. If you're in multiplayer, when you log out, the ship despawns. Yeah, it's a really weird system the way they have it set up, but it mostly works. Lost power and had to respawn in another Atmo lander. Interesting. Yeah, because it should have despawned. Unless you merged it or connected it to a grid. If you connected it to another grid, the wheel one is still there. I don't know. I'd have to see exactly how you did it. I mean, like I said, there are ways to defeat the flag. Generally, it requires you to connect it to a different grid, specifically to a base, or use a merge block or something like that. You basically have to change the grid status. So. Go ahead and start grinding some of this down. Lifted it with pistons. Did you have a connector on it? Never connect it to anything? Because when you try to build to it, you'll get this message. As long as if you've done something to remove getting this message, then you don't have to worry about it. And like I said, the only way that I'm aware of doing that is by changing the grid status by either using a merge block to merge it to another grid, or might work with a connector. It's been a while since I've done it, so. Because I generally just grind the whole ship down and build something from it, because it's a lot of parts. So I don't usually worry too much about the ship itself. There we go here. Still got the message though, huh? That's really weird. Yeah, I'd have to see what you did. That sounds like it might be a bug, or you might have done something that you didn't realize at the time. I don't know. Like I said, it's from what you're describing, though, it's not the behavior that it should have exhibited. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grind this stuff down. So we know we have uranium below us. Sun is up. We've got probably 2 to 3 days worth of actual power in the batteries. So solar isn't a huge issue right now. Okay, so it's coming up from that way. What I'm trying to do is to check the path of travel for the sun, because I need to know where the ideal area is going to be for it. I'll probably put the solar tracker mod in, or the script, I should say. Basically, we can run that off a program block, but I don't have rotors because we haven't found one yet. Broke the game. Yeah, maybe adding the wheels did something. I don't know. Thorax, how you doing, man? Welcome back to the stream, buddy. Long time no see. Yeah, been a while. So, for those who are joining us, we are actually doing a grind to learn playthrough. As Demon pointed out earlier, it's like driving a clutch for the first time. You don't know where everything is until you grind it down once, right? So for those who don't know what this is, there's a mod on the workshop called Grind to Learn. What it does is it removes access to your blueprints until you grind the block completely down. So you can learn, or you will learn like just regular blocks by grinding a single block down to nothing. But to learn things like thrusters and things like that, all you need to have is the item placed. So a single steel plate to place something. You grind it down and you get the item in your blueprint list. So right now, this is the stuff I know how to make, and that's all I can make. I can't make connectors. I can't make merge blocks. I'm sorry to hear, man. Yeah, the end of a relationship is always rough. So, sorry to hear that you were put in that position. I spent a few months homeless in San Francisco, so I can at least partially sympathize with you. Different reasons, same outcome. But yeah, breakups are always bad. But yeah, sorry to hear, man. Hopefully the situation improves quickly. Damn, that's rough, man. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like I said, it is unfortunate that it came to that. Yeah. Well, like I said, good luck in getting back on your feet quickly. Hopefully my failures here today will help cheer you up a little bit. Yes, Demon, yes they are. Oh, this is gonna be rough, man. I'm sitting here, I'm already trying to think of like base designs. Oh. That sucks that you had to go from a full-time to a part-time position. Food was your escape? Hey, at least you didn't do what I did. Yeah, bottles. We do have. Okay. I'm not worried about the oxygen, just the hydrogen. Went from 40 hours to 20 to 35. Yeah. Well, all I can say is that, you know, I know it's rough not to give in to it. It's very difficult. You know, I had my own share of bad breakups. All I can tell you, what helped me get through it was making sure I kept positive people in my life, my friends and family. That, and, you know, I like to do things to spite people, so it's like I got in probably what was the best shape of my life. and basically put myself in a situation that when the next time I ran into that person, they were like, so why did we break up? It's like, because you were stupid. Oh. But yeah, like I said, man, best wishes to you, buddy. Hope it works out. Just stay strong, you know, that's all you can do. Like they say, you can only do what you can do, right? But I'll tell you from personal experience, don't use, you know, it's like, I know the temptation is there for you to hit the sauce, but don't give into it, man. It'll be one of the worst things that you will ever do. I'm not against people drinking. I do it myself, but I can tell you from personal experience that if you give into it, it's very, very difficult to ever get away from it. Only sauce you need is ketchup. Exactly. Or mustard. Mustard's good too. Or if you're making tuna salad, then you have to have the mayo, you know. Nice. What's funny is that, you know, like I said, my personal experience with it is that the people who do that kind of stuff, yeah, like you said, she's got her own baggage. I don't know the situation, don't know her, so. But hopefully you're both able to find what makes you all happy. Oh, I know you were being sarcastic. That's why I was laughing. Oh, man. You know what's sad is, you know, don't want to grind the refinery down yet. What's funny is that she probably, you know, not without knowing who the person is, I'm wondering if they realized you were being sarcastic. My ex didn't. And she couldn't understand why the few friends we had in common were laughing at her when she was, you know, she thought I was serious. on a positive note, at least you get to watch me break stuff and probably fail horribly at this, because this is kicking my ass already. And we just started. So you are... This is going to be rough. Man. Serious Panda, I know, right? Waiting for the catwalks to kill me? Oh, don't worry. They're plotting. I overheard them. They didn't think I could hear them, but I did. I can't believe that battery was just sitting. Basically, it was only attached to the catwalk. I think it might have been attached to the wall too, but... Let's see if it's going to fall when we take that block out. Awesome. Make sure you are actually sitting on something. Okay. I was going to feel really silly if I went through this process of taking all this stuff apart. Oh, wait. Technically, I think you are attached to that block. And you are just sitting there, so okay, you should be okay. Well, I'm kind of worried about that whole thing collapsing because the reactor is up there, and if we lose the reactor, we're screwed. We will be solar power only. And while we can do solar power, I would really rather not do a second solar power only start. Yeah, man. That's rough. Wish I had something I could share with you on that, but... Yeah, all I can say is keep your head up and hopefully it'll get better for you fast. Alright, so let's get some power going back here. Yeah, well, like I said, hopefully, sounds like, you know, she's got a little bit going on there. Hopefully she gets her things figured out. We all do different things at different points in time in our life. And, well, hopefully everything is good. I'll go ahead and drop this stuff back off again. Alright, so I think we're to the point where we need to start doing things like grinding down the reactor. Kind of curious as to if this is going to give us the small ship reactor too. Oh, did it really just give me the small one? It did give me just the small one, didn't it? Yep. Alright. Well, with any luck, yeah, any luck. I wouldn't worry about it, you know. You guys have your own lives. It's You'll both end up having to do what's best for you. Okay, so the sun comes up over there. It's on a low arc. Yeah. Right. So let's shift you to there, maybe. Trying to get this as level as possible. You're actually so you're level this way, but you are not level this way. How about if we do that? No. I want finite controls. Like, I want to be able to just nudge it a little bit. Come on. Oh, I think it might be about as close as we're getting it. That's not gonna be level, is it? That is really level? Are you kidding me? You know what? We're gonna go with that one. How OCD, I know, right? Nice, Demon. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, focus on the positive stuff. There's enough negative in the world, man. That's one of the reasons why I don't allow people to talk about politics or religion on the channel either. It's like, there's enough places for it. Yeah. It's more important to be positive. Look at the things that you can achieve now that you weren't able to achieve before, and like you said, you know, focus on the things that will make you happy. Because at the end of the day, you are the only one who can make you happy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want one more over here. Because like I said, I spent a good portion of my younger years angry at the world. It took me a very long time to realize I wasn't angry at the world, I was angry at myself. You know, because I made a lot of mistakes in my life. Nothing I would say that I really regret per se, but a lot of things I would have done a whole lot differently given the things that I know now. So. Yep, there's definitely a silver lining. Yeah, there was a woman that I was very much emotionally tied to for a good period of time after I got out of the military. You know, I had met her before I'd left the military. I was probably about a year before my service time was up. And basically, her and I had a friendship going on. We had been casually involved with each other at that point. And I basically ended up getting snubbed, is what it came down to, honestly. Are there any 2x ramps up there? Actually, can I make 2x? I can make 2x's, okay. And so what I did when I first got out of the military is I grew my hair out. Like I said, I got in really good shape. It was, I focused on getting a good paying job. Basically did everything I could to become the person that she said that she had wanted. And after everything was said and done, we ended up meeting up, I don't know, maybe about 3 years later, a couple of years later. And when we met, the look in her face was, damn it, I done screwed up. So we ended up becoming friends again eventually. It took a little bit of time, but so yeah, I understand the concept. So yeah, there. So we need. I'm gonna put 3 cargo in. Yeah, let's do 3 cargo. Because we're gonna need a lot of cargo space when we start breaking the rest of the ship down. We're at that point where things are getting a little weird. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. We have the parts for 3 of them. But yeah, if I had to do it all over again, I like the outcome where her and I became friends. I didn't like the part of it that I became between those points, though. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you have people in your life that you can count as your friends. And it's awesome that your family is there to support you as well. Like I said, just focus on you for a while, Enjoy it for what it is. Okay, so we're gonna start moving all this stuff over here. I think I'm gonna move the stuff that we have in the cargo bay over here. Just start moving this stuff out. So I apologize for doing cargo inventory management stuff on camera. I don't tend to like doing that because it kills time, and it's not nearly as much fun to watch. Someone running back and forth, hauling crap. It's why it's nice to have Bob, because you paint it pink, let Bob take it apart, he'll pull all the stuff out of the inventory for you. Awesome. Well, like I said, good luck to you, man. Hopefully it all works out for you in the end. Like they say, sometimes you have to go through a little bit of pain to find that happiness, right? It's unfortunate that you had to go through the pain, but hopefully you find more happiness. Oh, so yeah, this is going to be an interesting playthrough. Coming back to the less serious topics. Oh man. There. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, for the folks who are just joining us, basically we are playing the Grind to Learn mod for Space Engineers. Makes it a bit rough. Thanks, Demon. Appreciate that. Thanks for the bits, buddy. Could use that without the meteors, thanks. Now, I did turn meteors off for this because we don't have a... we can't make defense cannons. We don't know the turret pattern. So yeah, I didn't think this playthrough through all too well. What I may end up doing is I may unlock a few things, like go into the config file, and unlock like the basic turrets and stuff. Because I was curious, you know, this whole thing was kind of just a test to see what the mod had, and by default, because he said, you know, you don't, when you look at the description for the mod, he tells you it's like, yeah, you get nothing at the beginning. And I thought he was talking about, you know, oh, you'd have like some blocks. No, you don't even know how to make the blocks. You have to grind the blocks down. Oh man, some of them may have gold. Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Okay, so for those who haven't seen it before, I tend to not turn meteors on when I'm on planet, because you get a lot of gold, a lot of silver, and a lot of platinum that way. I tend to get a lot of platinum. I've actually pulled, because you only pull maybe 100 units of platinum out, you know, anywhere from 10 to like 100 and 120, something like that. And so what I've taken to do is I don't use them when I'm on the planet, because it's a cheaty way to get platinum, in my opinion. I mean, I know it's part of the game and all, it's part of the mechanic, but at the end of the day, it does take some of the challenge out of the game, because you can basically, you just sit someplace long enough and you will eventually have all of the resources that you need without having to do anything. So you just basically dig yourself into a hole in the side of a mountain, or into the terrain. But yeah, let's go and grab that. The last little bit of this, and once we have this out of here, what we'll be able to do is start getting some of the other things, like the get the reactor online down here. We'll be able to get, you know, the refinery. This is empty, so we can go ahead and take this out. Please tell me I can build all the conveyors, not just the tube. Okay. I was about to get really irate. We're going to leave that for now. Your conveyor block. Going to take this thing out. You are assembler, right? No, you're the O2 generator. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the last little bit of that out of there. There we go. So, just over halfway. Or just under halfway, I should say. So if we do your conveyor, you're holding you on, so we can grind this down safely. dun, 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 dun. So let's go drop all this stuff off. There we go. Like I said, I'm more worried about getting this stuff broken down and getting it over there than I am about building the base right this second. Power. Let's go ahead and refill this thing for a second. Oh, so yeah, basically keep going with what we got going. We're going to need to get the uranium. So uranium, once we have this ship completely ground down, uranium is going to be our big issue. And I'm kind of tempted to not actually grind down the reactor or the refinery yet. In fact, let's do a little bit of work on the base. Yeah, that should be good. And from here, we are going to go like so. Damn it. Alright, so the wall is going to be 3 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You end up over there. You come up over there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start getting the solar systems in. So this way, when the sun comes up for the next day, we'll actually be ready to start capturing some of this power. Like I said, if you've been around here before, you've seen me build basically the same setup on and off a few times. There we go. Hopefully we can do this before we run out of hydrogen. Oh. And functional. Alright, so now we actually have enough solar panels to build 6 panels. So what I'm thinking here, and this may change at some point in the future, but what I'm thinking, we're going to extend panels on either side of this. So basically it'll be 1 panel tall but 2 panels wide, and then we'll put a the third panel on both sides on top of this one. But for now, that gets the basics of what we need done. We're going to have one battery, 2 batteries. Now I do have easy inventory mod installed, so we'll be able to just grab the things that we need to. There we go. Will I be using solar alignment script later? Yes, I will. That has become one of the scripts that is pretty much mandatory at this point. If you're doing anything with solar panels, the solar alignment script, it's a single script that works with 2 rotors and any number of solar panels. All you have to do is basically keep the solar panels grouped in this one particular group, and the script does everything else for you. It basically will actually track the solar position to maximize power output. Yeah, script is awesome. And if you check out the script author's page, they actually have like a ridiculous number of in-game scripts, and all of them are like that. They're just like they're very elegant in their application as far as the game is concerned. Basically, they did not cut corners in the scripting. They went through and they actually did they planned everything out in the script language. So they did a really good job with it. There you go. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they had something like 2 or 3 pages of current scripts. The rest of you go back in there. So we do want to get a small reactor running, which is we're going to tie in. I'm thinking we're going to tie the reactor in outside, actually. Let's go. Yeah, let's go here with it. This just keeps it out of the way. At least for now. And then we're going to go O2 generator. And with that, yeah, we'll do it that way. It's bad when you're looking at the surface texture to start figuring out your early greebling. Yeah, I am thinking that we probably should have done the easy Earth start, or one of the easy starts. And then that allows us to tie everything else in here as we need to. Eating coffee. Yeah. To be fair, watching me work is making me need coffee too, so... Oh. And I don't even drink coffee. Okay. So you pulled what uranium we have, right? No. Why did you not pull the uranium? So, if you didn't pull the uranium, where did the uranium go? Nandayo. Did you pull the... Oh, you pulled the uranium and processed it immediately for those batteries, didn't you? Coffee is love. I bet this little beast pulled what uranium we had in the system when I finished. specifically, and the batteries ate it. Yep, I'm betting the batteries ate it. All right, little punks. Okay, so we're gonna leave the refinery up here for now because that's attached to a bunch of different things. Oxygen tank isn't going to do us much good, but we need to be able to break those down. Now, will you give me hydrogen is the question. No. Yeah, so we're gonna have to load. What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to load the planet side PVE mods in that give us like the POIs and the basically the places to go explore and the pirates and stuff on the planet side for the exploration piece. Glowing pockets. Well, Demon, just remember, if you did steal the uranium, you know, you might want to get yourself checked. And then we're going to put this back. Wow, this is going to be a while. Oh, well, we will go, well, we will go, hi-ho, Amerigo, well, we will go. All right, so we have the assembler. Now we're gonna make sure there's nothing in here. Yes, okay. Well, the battery's on top of it, isn't it? You know what? That battery isn't doing us any good because it's not actually connected to anything. It's just kind of floating here. Actually, this is okay. Yeah, we can do that. Of course the inventory is full. Why wouldn't it be full? Son of a... Okay, so the idea is we're going to take the refinery out. The battery that's up there is going to drop down. And when we put the refinery back in... Oof. As long as it's out of my way, I don't care. Alright, and then see what this will allow us to do is basically I'll be able to go grab a bunch of uranium now. Well, once we finish rebuilding this thing, we'll mine down, grab a bunch of uranium, let the refinery start processing it until this base batteries give out. Once the base's batteries give out, we'll take everything apart and move it over. We'll finish taking the rest of this thing apart and move it all over there. Now I do need to grab the rest of this stuff. Almost adds a sense of urgency. We have this nice music playing in the background. Okay, so our refinery is online. Our assembler is online. Okay, yes, it is tied in. See, what I should have done is I should have mounted it back this way so that it was connected here, and then I could have taken this conveyor out. Oh well, is what it is. Actually, do we have the parts to make modules? Now, before I forget, make sure we have all of the power that we need. Oh, right. That works. That works for right now. So what I'm thinking here is we're gonna, if we can do upgrade modules, we'll get a little bit more of the uranium. We'll get more ingots out of it. Because I'm one of those people who I hate having a system, like having like a refinery set up, and not being able to maximize the material we get out of it. You gotta get through there? Yeah, go. As long as I can get through there. Oh, I can't build the modules because I don't know them. Son of a... Alright. Let's go get some uranium. Actually, how much? Probably fuel. And uranium should be somewhere around here. Now we're just doing straight excavation here. We're not doing anything where we're doing any type of resource gathering. Of course, you know what I need to do. I need to go drop all this lovely stuff off over here. I need to do it. Because if it has an antenna, it'll let me put an antenna on the ship. Of course, if I die out here, this is going to be bad. It would have been nice if it had landed a little closer. Alright. Just don't be one of the, you know, one of the asshole probes here. Please don't be one of the ones that rolls away. Hey, zombie welder. Nice. On the flip side, we can now make a parachute too. Yeah, I was gonna say it will be a troll probe, right? Wouldn't that be my luck? Alright. Thankfully it wasn't, but I was hoping it was going to be one with an antenna on it. Because some of these probes will have, the unknown signals will have antennas on them. Makes it nice and convenient for stuff like this. Unfortunately, none of them have hydrogen tanks on them. That would actually be kind of cool. Like I said, I do actually appreciate the fact that the mod author made this mod. It's just the concept is absolutely amazing. All right, I'm not gonna worry about the rest of those. That's a single plate. on each of those. It's not worth the time and energy it takes to grind those down. I'm heading in the right direction, right? Yeah, I hate those rolling unknown signals. Those things are annoying to no end. Alright. Hi. Ow. Oh, righty then. Okay, we're gonna... Reactor, you get turned off, thank you. Alright. Now I don't care if it pulls the uranium. So nice. Oh, nice. Thank you. There we go. And down the hole we go. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? I actually have gotten to the point where I just shoot the thing. Most of the time, if I see it's one of the big rolling ones, I don't even try for it. I leave it alone. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. What I really hate about them is those are the ones I generally don't get anything from anyway. Cobalt here. Come on. Come on, popcorn, get out the way. Thank you. Yeah, I have to say, whoever was the person who came up with that design for those things. Oh, come on. Are you really not going to let me go until the popcorn stops moving? When you get trolled by the debris in the game. I saw uranium pop up there for a second. There it is. If you ever wanted to know what it was like to be inside of a confetti machine, there you go. Or the popcorn popper. Almost to it. Uranium. Oh, lovely, lovely uranium. Yum, 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 yum. Nom, 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 nom. Get it. Get it all. And then we're going to go about to here. There you go. Hey, come on. Knock it off. There we go. I'll show you why we do this. So we can do that. Oh, lovely, lovely uranium. I've got a bunch of lovely uranium. Tweedledee. Alright. We want all the uranium we can get. Because basically while the refinery is processing all of this crap, we'll be able to go do things like, you know, get an actual little ship going so we can get around the planet. Sound like a weed whacker? I wouldn't know because my engine sounds like a weed whacker naturally, so. Okay, this is kind of disconcerting when you come up out of that hole and you see what looks like a giant barrel looking down at you. Come on, get up there. Alright, might be time to break the chair down here. Need a supercharged V8. That's my wife. She likes the cars with the big motors. she loves the like the older style muscle cars. See, I'm not allowed to have a high performance vehicle because I will use it. Oh. I have very weird training, so I actually, when I was in the military, one of the things that I did is I learned how to do the, I'm trying to remember what they called it. Basically, it's a combat driving thing. You know how you see like the high-speed chases with law enforcement and stuff like that? We learned how to do that. Best lady ever. Yes, yes, she is. That's why I married her. She likes muscle cars and puts up with my crap, so, you know, that's how I knew she was a keeper. Alright, so you're processing uranium. Let's go grab a little bit more. Whoa! Express route to hell right there. There we go. Oh. That could have ended badly. Alright. Let's just go ahead and grab a little bit more of this. Waiting for Demon. Demon's waiting for me down here. Oh, very possibly. Better have a demon waiting for you than a Sharky. It's a surprise. Oh, let's see here. That only 5K, really? Yeah. I thought that was more. Alright. So let's grab a little bit more uranium. Like I said, I want to have up like 15 or 20K of it upstairs being refined. Because it's going to refine down to something like, you know, like 100 ingots or something like that. I don't remember what the exact ratio is, but I know it's not good. I don't think it's 1,000 to 1. I think it's something like 10 or 20 to 1. It just takes forever to refine it. See? Did we pick up some stone? We did pick up some stone. Out! Out, you damn stone! Alright. It gets us where we need to be. Alright, so let's go ahead and get up here. Now the question is, do we have enough to bring a second refinery online? We might. Because if I can bring a second refinery online... Drop you there. Yeah, so it's about 100 to 1, it looks like. Just about 100 to 1. So we have basically enough for... what, 200 ingots? Yeah, about 200 ingots total. Did I see GTA's tour? Silver's GTA tour? I actually play GTA with him, so I don't have to see the tour. Yeah, I know he's been doing a lot with GTA. We actually almost did GTA today for the live stream, but he's sleeping, and Sharky had other plans, so we weren't able to get everybody together for it today. Okay, so let's go and grab 1.8. Okay, so we have all this. Now, in order to pipe in, if we want to do a refinery over here, where would we put the refinery? I guess I could technically put the refinery out here. So if we went something like that, we could have the refinery sit here. So we could do, I'm thinking we do that. And then we do, because I don't think I have the assembler over here yet, right? We have oxygen, and we have power. Yeah. So if we do that, and we can tie this in this way, and we rotate that down like so. Nice. Yeah, I don't know which apartment he has. I know that he has, like, because I'm part of the crew that he has over there. The office, yeah, is really nice. I like the office. The bunker, he actually has more than one bunker, I think. I know he's got the one up in, what is it, the northwest corner of the map? Over in, was it Sandy Shores or whatever it's called? I know where it's at, I just don't remember which area it's called. Yeah. But yeah, he's actually offering to help with the my heist mission. I haven't done the heist mission yet. So him, Bloodbane are both offering, and then I think Sharky is going to get dragged along for some of it. He helped me get one of the collectible cars, one of the chromed cars. So. Okay, so we have a second refinery online. We can now break down the first refinery. And I'm almost tempted, because if we move the reactor down here, we can put the other refinery on the other side of this. And then we just run a stack of assemblers up the middle here. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be... Let's do that. This is why I put the small cargoes over here, was because I wasn't sure which way I was going to need things to go. So if we do reactor here, because we just need 1, 2, we could put the reactor right there. Hell, we could put the reactor here. What's it up? Yeah, the first heist I'm gonna need help. Well, I don't need help with. I know we can do it solo, but he's offering to come along to help because it'll just be much faster that way. And you turn the block off. There you go. So now that we have that placed, whoops, come here. Let's try that again, shall we? Yeah. So now we can start breaking all the rest of this stuff down. But yeah, like I was saying, he's basically offered to come by and help me get that mission done as fast as possible. So I am not one to say no to the offer of assistance. So we are 9. Yeah, sure piped in up. So I actually had a couple people saying that they wish they had known that I was playing GTA. Because it's like a lot of people come out and go, damn it, you should have told us, you know, it's like... So yes, I am playing GTA. I used to play long time ago, back when it first came out on PS3 and PS4, specifically the PS3. This is the first GTA that I haven't dedicated, you know, like thousands of hours into. I've played all of the other GTAs to completion, so... Yeah, and that was part of Silver's thing, is that it's... Yes, you can do it solo, but it is much easier with somebody else, you know, if you... we're doing... You know what, 20k in there? Alright. Yeah, okay. All of the uranium! All of it! Oh wait, sorry, wrong game. Yeah. So now that we have full power over there, we can start breaking all this stuff down. Yeah, see, one of the reasons I haven't been doing the GTA Online is because the way that the game is built, it's intended for there to be a certain level of asshattery. And honestly, I don't have a lot of time in my schedule to play, you know, to play the games that I want to play, just, you know, for the sake of playing them. So it's hard for me to justify taking the time to play a game in like that, where the asshattery is intended but not part of the core game feature. So, you know, like I play Rust. Asshattery is a very large portion of that, but it's part of the core element of the game. It's not just happens to be there because the developers designed the ability for it to be there. But that's just me. Yeah. Considering I used to run with Goon Squad, you know, you'd think I would be a little bit more tolerant of random asshattery. So you're there, you're all there. Right. So we can finish breaking down the rest of this. Yeah, so is my wife, actually. I've been doing better about it. I do a lot of the pre-recorded stuff over the weekend. Like this past weekend, I spent most of Sunday and all of Saturday recording. I think I spent about 12 hours recording on Saturday. And then another 6 or 8 hours recording yesterday. So, but make sure that's one of the ways that I'm able to get so much content out for the YouTube side of the house, is that I basically pre-record a bunch of things. Now, depending on what's going on in the game that we're doing at any point in time, I can't always do that. But if I'm doing like a big build, or if I'm doing something where it's just basically resource gathering, it gives me a chance to get all of that stuff done. Scary amounts of recording time? It used to be worse. I used to do 15-hour days on Saturday and Sunday. And then I would have, like, because right now we've got 2 series that I'm recording for YouTube. We've got the YouTube live stream series, Twitch live stream series, and then there's some things that are a longer term project that I'm working on with a couple of other people. And we're doing a lot of source recording right now. And that's like another 4 hours or so on Friday nights. So it all adds up. But it's okay. It's good. I enjoy it, and you know, that's what matters to me. So alright, so let's go ahead and get this stuff put away. Hey Sharky, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. So how did your event go there? Everything go well? Nice. Hopefully that was acceptable for them. Congratulations, hopefully. Now, for those who don't know, Sharky actually was not only one of the moderators for the channel, he's actually one of the guys I record with from time to time. Him and Silverblade Dagger were part of a multiplayer series, well, a couple of multiplayer series for 7 Days to Die. We've done Empyrean, Space Engineers. And he used to have a YouTube channel. Unfortunately, he does not upload to it anymore. You don't like me anymore. Nah, it's like everything else, Sharky. Everybody's schedule kind of got weird after I stopped. When I stopped working full time, I ended up with a lot more free time than everybody else. So. So you did it? You actually pulled all the videos too? Wow. See, I would have thought you'd at least left the stuff with Grandma Shirley just because it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna leave you for now. We still have. Oh, I have enough room to take all this. Bring back Sharky. Yeah, it's a lot of work keeping up with. If you want to run a YouTube channel, the first thing I will tell people, and I get, because I surprisingly get asked quite a bit, you know, what are my recommendations for people who want to get into YouTube? My first recommendation is talk to a psychiatrist. The second recommendation is that if you have already done this and you still want to do YouTube, you know, find something that you enjoy doing and that you want to share with other people. Because if you're not having fun with it, the people who come to your channel are not going to enjoy the content, because it's very, very telling, and it's very easy to see when somebody is not enjoying what they're doing. So that is probably my biggest recommendation to folks. Find something you enjoy and have fun with it. Everything else works itself out in the long run. It's like, you don't have to do voiceover style channels. I mean, there are all sorts of channels that all they do is show you gameplay, and some of them do it through time lapse, like Z Nation. If you're ever on the YouTube side of the house, I have links to him on my channel. Really nice guy. I've gotten to chat with him on and off outside of YouTube, and I have never been anything short of impressed with him. So, find a better psychiatrist. Yeah, that That'd be a pretty good recommendation, actually. I think the biggest thing with doing things like YouTube or even Twitch, even slightly full-time, like if you go more than a couple of hours a week doing this stuff, you really have to have a support system in place as far as like your family is concerned, because it will take a lot of your time and it'll take a lot of your life. And that's definitely something that I had problems with early on, and I still have problems with it now. Like I said, I spent, what, roughly 20 hours this weekend just recording. So, yeah, in 20 hours over 2 days. So, actually more than that, because if I spent 12... Yeah, no, about 20 hours, all said and done, this weekend. And that's not including the edit time and the render time, and you know, the upload happens when you're asleep, so but it's always funny because I had, you know, like I said, when people ask, they're like, well, what about the computer? It's like, the computer actually doesn't matter nearly as much as knowing what you want to do and what you're trying to achieve. Find good pills, check your liver, will destroy it with caffeine. Check your mental health, and remember, you will miss it. Yes, yes you will. It is kind of addicting, honestly. When I first started out, you know, and I try to come back to it every so often, but I really enjoy the multiplayer aspects of it. And there are a lot of things that I would love to be able to do with the channel. But unfortunately, I took about 2 years off where I went from doing like 17 videos a week or so. So I was doing about 3 videos a day, Monday through Friday, and then I was doing live streams and special events on the weekends. But I went from that to like 1 or 2 videos a day, you know, not counting the live streams. And now I live stream 5 days a week, and like 1, maybe 2 recorded videos a day, depending on what's going on and what I'm doing. So it has hindered my growth because I was one of those people who started out doing a lot of videos early on. And so, you know, I picked up a lot of audience because I was doing so many different things. And then I just basically started to burn out a little bit. So I cut back on it, went back to school, finished up my my bachelor's in business, and now I live stream. So, yeah, good stuff. But I do like the live streaming because it allows me to hang out with people and have fun with it. And I get to chat with more folks. So. Yeah, Sharky, I've had days like that. You know, you do this thing where you've got enough material for like 3-4 videos, and then at the end of it you go, you know what, I don't like any of this. I'm gonna go back and redo it all. Unfortunately for me, I chose to do I don't do a lot of editing in my videos, so what you see is basically how it happened in the game. Which is easier in some regards, but harder in others, because there are times when I'll do something and I am just not happy with the way it came out. But, you know, it's like I'll release it anyway and just tell people, it's like, I'm not happy with the way this happened, but this is, you know, I promised I wasn't going to do the whole only show you the good parts of what's going on. 5 taunts. All these batteries up here just sitting here waiting. Time TNT to get rid of my mistakes. Yes. It's always fun to see it on camera. Well, it's like I recently started a 7 Days to Die over on YouTube, doing a progressive gameplay. Basically, I've got this like little challenge going on where all in one, nice. Where the idea is that the each week the zombies, well, the day 7 horde stays at 2 hours, but the first 6 days of that week go down by a half hour each day. Because right now I've got it set for 2-hour days, and then the second week will be hour and a half, and then it'll be an hour, and then 30 minutes. 30 minutes being the shortest time that you can have for a day setting in the game. So each week, each in-game week, the zombies get meaner, the hordes get larger, and I have less and less time to do repairs and upgrades and such. And we're playing on a fairly hard difficulty too, so. What else talking about? Oh, you posted a link back to it? Thanks. Yeah, Demon, that's the Murphy's Law of recording. Okay, so I did GTA Online as one of the live streams, right? So Silver, myself, Bloodbane, and I think we picked up a random in that one. Basically running around, could not get anything to work right. We were just getting our butts handed to us the entire stream. 5 minutes after the stream ends, we decide to go do this like ridiculously difficult heist. Worked flawlessly, first time. We came out with like exceptional results. Everyone like fully maximized the loot, and it was hilarious. And the first thing out of everybody's mouth was, "Of course, we're not streaming this, right?" So yeah, and down it goes. Ooh, it broke. I'm actually surprised that one broke. And the question is, are you gonna break when we drop you? I'm betting you do. In fact, if we do take you out. Okay, so we're basically ready to remove this stuff. Landing gear 302. Pixar didn't happen, yeah. Well, I was able to get my in-game apartment, so it had to have occurred at some point, right? Actually need to get. I'm saving up in GTA Online now for either the bunker or the office. I think I'm going to get an office first, because I don't think I can actually do heists. Like, I can't host heists until I have an office. So hey, we can now make heavy armor slopes, or heavy armor blocks. Half tracks are always fun. I do love the vehicle interactions in GTA Online. Just some of the things that you do in the missions are just absolutely hilarious in that game. Alright, see how many of the batteries we break. Still only the one battery broke. Nice. Oh, is everybody set up for it? If everybody's ready to go, I'll because we're at the 2-hour mark for the stream. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. And see. There you go. I'll only be able to play for about an hour or so, maybe 2 hours today. But inventory is full. Not good. Let's go drop this stuff off. Okay. Wow. Alrighty then. We're gonna go over here. When the batteries start levitating, you know there's a problem. Okay. Refinery should be pulling that stuff. How much uranium? The 14 chunks of uranium. Alright. So let's go ahead and clear out all of this stuff off our inventory. We'll grab one of these. And we'll grab these. Let's go ahead and get the because we've been talking about getting the rest of the solar panels up here, so. That. GTA Panda. Should be GTP. Grand Theft Panda. Alright. How much hydrogen we have left in there? Okay, we've got enough. I know what we were talking about doing here was like that.
This is as good a day as any. to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many.
There we go.
And the old ones gone under the night.
Quick, weld this one up. Now, let's weld this one up. Now let's weld this one up. Ha ha ha. Weld them all. There we go. Grand Theft Space Panda that builds catapults. That could be actually kind of interesting. Do a Space Engineers GTA crossover. Oh, see, now I have to figure out a way to make that happen. Unknown signals coming down on top of us. Nice. So let's go ahead and get you. Grab that out. Actually, we're going to go ahead and grab both of these. We're going to get our power back. Yeah, that one's coming down to like on top of us. That is awesome. Yeah, there is. I know that there's a GTA-esque style thing mod for Skyrim. I don't remember. I don't know if it's still good or not. I think it came out before the special edition did. Don't be a troll. Don't be a troll. You're not a troll. Awesome. You're the regular ball. Okay. Will you get over? Stop. Stop. Stop, damn it. Come on. Hey, look. Stop. Stop. Hey, come back here. Hey, nope, nope. Hey, damn it. Oh, you son of a... Will you quit? There we go. Give me the button. Sheesh. Ah, metallic helmet. Nice. I was really hoping this was going to be one with an antenna on it. I still want the damn antenna. Oh, we can build round armor now. Well, that was one bonus. We got a new armor block. Come back here. Because I'm not really overly worried about the steel plates. There we go. Yay! We have a base.
It's been 4 weeks since you called, and I've been waiting.
So what I need to do is make those look like Mickey Mouse ears. That's
I've been waiting here.
long-term goals. But we have a better drill, so you go that way.
You go. I wonder if you found what you're looking for. Wonder if you found what you're looking
Yay, better drill. Okay. No, we don't have is I didn't set up the medical base. I need to put the medical facility back in.
here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in two separate worlds. Come on back to me. Say that you won't go. I can't cope without
So if
you.
we go
Hold you close. Say that you won't go. Say that you won't go.
here with this, if we go, got everything over there.
It's been so cold without you here. We barely said goodbye before you disappeared.
If we go like that.
It's been so cold without you here. I'm not gonna lie. Don't know what I'd do without you. Maybe we could try to figure out a way to put our past aside. I realized I only want
Disney copyright claim. Only if I actually say they're Mickey Mouse ears. I can say they look like Mickey Mouse ears, and we're fine. Okay. So we have all of the vital stuff. We have life support, i.e., place to spawn. We have a place to charge. We have a place to store, we have a place to refine, and we have a place to make. And we have a ice generator, so we can actually get hydrogen and oxygen as well. Our batteries are online and mostly charged. We have solar panels up and running. And we have a working door. Nothing can get me in my door. Oh. Generic cartoon mouse ears. They could be. They can be inspired by. Yeah. Alright, so I think that is probably going to about do it for us right now. I do want to get 1, 2, 3, 4. That actually works out really well. Two by threes. 1 by 2s.
Watch me, just follow every move.
So we're gonna go
Touch me,
on there.
let me know
On there.
you want it to. Don't know what you need, but I got what you want, babe. No, we don't have to leave.
Yeah. Well, I want to get a little bit more of the base started here. Let's go.
All we need
No, we could do. We have round ones. I don't use these very often. Mainly because I don't like them.
just let me feel
How does that look? I'm gonna do it on one side. I'm gonna have to do it on the other side too. See, I don't generally use them because they have much lower hit points, or I should say, much lower durability. There you go. Yeah, why not? We'll do a rounded base this time. We don't do those very often. Alright. And I'm thinking we're going to need a hangar and we're going to need a landing area. And I'm thinking the landing area will be back here. Ground-based vehicle hangar will be over here. So we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, so that's 1, 2. So how about we do doorway here. And door there, right?
So keep on coming closer.
There we go. There. Well, this way I can say I did at least a little bit of the base building this week. Oh, I don't know if I want to do. I think I'm gonna put the other door here. We'll put, I don't know, a wall there. Because I hate to do just, you know, grinding the one base down and getting the absolute basic stuff in. I want us to feel like we achieved something today. There we go. And do I have the parts to make both of those? I do. Awesome. Because we have everything else running. This is really the only part that we still have to do is get the basic stuff in here. Yeah, I don't think I want to know the context you would normally use those words in, Sharky. Right. Now, one of the things that we don't have yet is iron. So, how many plates do we have? Process that. Right, so we're not doing too bad for plates. So let's go ahead and grab 1,000 of those really quick. So what I'm thinking here is something like this. That way with it, or do we want to go? Let's go that way with Okay, so before we're done here, let's finish these off here. One. All right, just give me all the bulletproof glass. Give me all the glass I can carry. Panda dome? No, it is not a panda dome. Right. Turn that off. This is going to be really annoying since we don't have Bob with us. But gets us an idea what it's going to look like. Let's go take a look really quick. Yeah, I think that'll work. Then we'll have you go like that. You go like that. So something like this. What do we say? And then we can go. Like so. Like so. And there's the reason why I'm using square blocks there, not the rounded ones. And then for this side, we do this. Yeah, that should work. That should work nicely. Okay.
When I saw you, I would lose control. Made me feel like there was no tomorrow. Should've told you that you're beautiful. But the days pass and now it's so long ago.
Like I said, I want to get at least this portion of it done.
Did you break free? Did you manage to be who you wanna be? Maybe somewhere you think about me too. I wonder where are you now?
Come on. Damn, you auto-rotate, will you? Arrgh. I'm losing my battle with auto-rotate. There we go. It is slowly defeating me, one victory at a time. There. Okay. So that gets us the beginnings of a base. Alright. I think that's going to do it for us today.
It's too late now.
Works. Topic up, yeah. Oh.
Just a memory.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you, and hopefully you did as well. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us either here. The easiest ways to find me are over on Discord or Twitter. If you want to see more or you want to see more content, head over to YouTube. You can find us over there as well. It's also a great place to start a discussion. And as always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Hope you all have a fabulous week. And for those who may be having a little bit of difficulty in your life, just remember, difficulty's only today. May it get much better tomorrow. As always, folks, take care, man. Love you all. Thank you very much. And we will see you back here next time.